Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming today. Mom is still muted. Stay muted, Mom. I'm going to cue... I told her I'd cue you in. Now is not the time. Don't unmute yet, Mother. Please stay muted for now. She can hear me. Before we begin, I want to say I will be answering some of your questions with Mom today. Do you guys want to talk to her? Are you ready to meet my mother? Mother, I think it's time that they meet you. Please say hello to the kaleidoscope. Hi, Mom.
Hello, hi. Wow, I'm not used to being, with a big group of people who loves my son this much, but I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, Mom, I'm happy to have you here too. And I know you're a little bit nervous and, the chat is going fast and stuff. They love you and they've been wanting to see you for such a long time. Thank you for joining me. How are you feeling? Your honest feelings.
I'm fine. I had a little espresso, so I should be awake for this. I'm not sure how all the questions are going to go, but I think I know a few, maybe 5, but, I'll just answer honestly and let's hear those questions soon.
Your model is so cute. I know you can't see it, but your little PNG on the screen right now is so adorable.
She's cute. I like her shades.
You ready for the first question, Mom?
Go for it.
So the first question is from Nookie. And Nookie asks you, Mom, Hi, Mama. Nice to finally meet you. I'm a huge fan. Thank you for making time to come see us today. My question is, with your experience in the field of voice acting, what would you say was the biggest obstacle or challenge that you had to overcome? And do you think it made you a better or stronger person in response? And she says, don't listen to anything KYRIO says about me. I'm an angel. They're really not.
I believe you. Yeah, there were some challenges. I am naturally a shy person. And so, when I was presented this opportunity, I needed it because it was pretty much my first job. And my husband was also a DJ for a radio station. And so when they did, I was quite surprised. They wanted me to do this commercial for a toothpaste brand. And I needed to be all giggly and, laugh like a giggling kind of laugh. And I was too shy to giggle. But I wanted it so badly that I just turned on a switch and found myself doing it while trembling, doing it afraid, so to speak. So that was an obstacle for a long while. And I didn't know what I'm doing. When you're starting off, it's always like that. You doubt yourself. But that was the obstacle. And am I a better person for it? Absolutely. I've learned how to overcome that. And there will be other times when...
Yeah, I think that's a solid take on the situation. And I feel the same way about I think the natural thing about obstacles is they tend to make you stronger and christen you in a way. So this is another question, and this is from Muternal, and is a very easygoing question. What are your favorite meals to cook? They always ask this, by the way, Mom.
The meals I love to cook are also the meals I love to eat. And of course, my kids. So I like to cook a lot of different things. I like to cook a Singaporean laksa. I also like to cook chili con carne. I like to cook a good beef bourguignon, which is like a beef stew with red wine sauce. I like to cook something fried as well. I like to cook orange chicken, which the kids love. And that's it. I can't think of anything. Pasta, like cacio e pepe with KYRIO is one of my favorite things to cook with him. Gotten really good at that.
I'm not as good as you know, Mom. I still need to learn. I'm only good at making a few. Yeah, I know. I should be practicing more.
Practice makes perfect, right?
Everyone is hanging on to your every word in chat and just going, whenever you say anything, they're just like, oh my God, Singapore mentioned or whatever. You have an immense amount of power. So, yeah. The next question is from, their name is KYRIO's side part. How much did KYRIO cry as a baby? What was his favorite food? Was there anything he refused to eat?
Baby would be from 3 years old to today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well,
that's not true.
The guys always like mac and cheese.
It's true. Yeah.
What was the other question?
Was there anything I refused to eat?
Vegetables. Absolutely. All of the vegetables. That would be a little bit of a fight and a struggle. When you were 8 years old and I remember that you wanted this toy in particular, and I said, I bribed because moms sometimes tend to do that. And I said, only if you eat your broccoli. So you ate it. We were somewhere in the beach. Yeah, and you ate a lot of it and you were almost choking and you really didn't like it. But when I said, is it yummy? And with almost tears in your eyes, you said, it's my favorite now. Only because it meant you were going to get it.
This next question is from Aura. 3, 2, 1, go. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of KYRIO?
Generous. He's a generous guy.
I'm so bad at accepting compliments.
Yeah, me too. You got that from me.
I know.
But he really is generous, guys. And the silent kind of generous. generous too. You know, the good kind of generous. He really is. With his time, with his knowledge, and even with his money. He's very generous. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Oh, that's so sweet, Mom. That's so cute. You know what's so funny is I blocked that entire thing out. Like, my brain just didn't want to listen to you because I was so embarrassed. I thought you were going to say something like kind or,
I saw a comment that says he's my boyfriend now.
Oh, no. Don't read those. They're silly. Next one is from Sandy. What profession did you think KYRIO would be suitable for when he was a child or teenager?
That one's easy. KYRIO would have been a very, very good psychiatrist or a life coach or a counselor. You know, not just because he loves to talk to people, but also because he's very intuitive. He's very, number one, his voice is so calming. If he says hello to you and talks to you for just 10 minutes, then that's it. You're good. You're calm. But he's very wise, really, for his age. But he's also sometimes very direct. And when he wants to get a message across and he's already sick and tired of the drama, he will tell you like it is. He doesn't get very emotional. He'll walk you through it and then he'll tell you like it is, which is what I think a psychiatrist would do, should do. So that's one thing that if he got training for that, he would be very good at it. Number two, I think he would be a very good financial advisor because he loves that. He loves to plan for the future and all that. So that's a good thing about him too. And maybe, let's see, a bartender? No, he doesn't drink.
I don't drink enough for that.
That would be your younger brother, huh?
Yeah, I think
your younger brother.
I think my
for sure.
younger brother would be much better at. Oh, Mom, you're complimenting me so much. I'm gonna burst. I'm like rejecting, but I'll let you speak. Like only you can do this because I love you.
Okay.
Okay. Next question from Tater Tot.
Juicier questions.
What are some habits he does that you would say are his bad habits? Like, so what are some pet peeves that I do, I suppose?
Okay,
bad
so
habits?
this is the second part of the question and answer portion that's going to make you look bad now.
Oh, no.
The bad habits, right? The bad habits are he is inconsistent with cleaning his room.
That's not true. My brother is worse and my sister's so much worse.
Okay, no. He is inconsistent with the dishes and putting them away.
Okay, that's fair.
He tends to ask in a very nice, manipulative, saccharine, sweet, diabetic way for Mom to make his ginger lemon tea because he will say that he doesn't make it as good as I do, but it's really just some lemon juice, some freshly grated ginger that we always have, and hot water, and a little bit of honey.
That's true, yeah. This one's from Banana. No, I'm gonna skip this one because it's just it's too saccharine. I always enjoy watching the streams after my child goes to sleep. How can I raise such a wonderful man? I feel so complimented already. Okay.
Oh,
you can give a short answer to this one, please. I can't take it anymore.
By example, mostly, and sometimes you'll fail, for sure. By speaking to him gently, even the books that you read to him should be values-based, I think. And showing them by example, really, as much as you can, because we all fail. My goodness, I probably failed half the time being a parent. Well, okay, maybe 40% of the time.
Yeah, maybe less, yeah. Next one is from Nightmare. Is there anything about KYRIO that reminds you of yourself?
A lot. The temperament, the instinct for estimation, even for time estimation. We play that game, don't we, KYRIO?
Yeah, we did when I was younger.
We are introverted, yet we love people. We have like what do you call this?
A capacity for a battery, yeah.
Yes, our social battery is not always in capacity, especially for small talk. Otherwise, if it's a community and sharing, then we love that. When it's meaningful, we have the same appetite. Oh, but KYRIO now is like sometimes he just doesn't take care of himself. Sometimes he eats once a day or like a shabby meal, and I'm frustrated. But he used to. When barely 5 years ago, we would be, like food partners.
True, partners in crime, yeah. Going through the little food shops and everything, yeah.
That's correct. And we also have a naturally low level speaking voice, I think, no?
I think so, yeah. Okay, the next question is from somebody who wishes not to be named. Super mysterious. How does it make you feel knowing that KYRIO's dating preference is 35 to 55?
Oh, let me just think about this question.
Oh, no. Okay.
Is this now your dating preference? Will you please let me know if this is accurate? Of course, I don't think, if you ask me, and I could be wrong, KYRIO doesn't really have a dating preference. I think during his past relationships or girlfriends, he would date anybody.
Are you calling me
No, especially other girls that you liked.
Okay.
That I don't think you had a preference with their age,
No.
Can you come and turn off the mic and tell me if this is true? Because I don't really know.
This next one is from Witch. Are you surprised your son turned out to be a streamer? Do you think it's the right career for him? One that makes him more himself, more happy? I think you've kind of, in good part, answered this question earlier, but yeah.
Hi, witch. I think you're a good witch. So now thinking about it, was I really surprised? I don't think I was surprised at all because he communicates well. He's very good with this online things. He does this by himself. When you started at 14 years old, he figured it all out by himself in his room with his brother. So I'm not surprised. He loves games. He's very good at it.
The next one is from, they just keyboard slammed, meaning they don't really have a name. Their question is, when did KYRIO's voice start to get dangerously attractive? I think I selected this because I didn't think that you would compliment me as much as you did, which is silly of me.
You already had a very low voice not very, but lower than usual. So I would say maybe it became that way at 14 or 15. I didn't even notice because I'm with you all the time, but people would say, wow, who was that? Like when you answered the phone for me, I thought he was like older than 14 or 15. Yeah, at around that age, I think.
I do remember that, like picking up phone calls for you and kind of people saying like, oh, is this your husband? Is this...
Exactly. I remember.
This next one is from May or Lavelle. Let me read this one. If KYRIO gets a partner in the future, would you go through old childhood albums and pictures with said partner?
Of course, but we don't have an awful lot. We have some, but not too much when you were a child, no?
No.
Not like some other parents who have 1,000 pictures. But I have a few good ones, and absolutely, I will love and adore. I'm easy as mother-in-law to be. I already love whoever KYRIO loves. So I'm gonna go through all the pictures and everything that she wants to know about KYRIO and all the recipes that she wants to learn, to make KYRIO happy.
Even if she's 55?
Okay, now, wait a minute.
Or 50. Okay, 45.
Okay, now we're just
okay.
out of our mind, right?
All right. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So that's the limit. That's fair. Next question is from Leia Dragon. Is there a specific kind of person you wish for your son to date? If yes, why?
No specific person.
Yeah.
Whoever he loves. As long as they don't have more than 5 face tattoos, maybe.
Okay. 4 is the limit
like,
then. Okay.
Right, or 3 tongue rings or something like that.
Crazy. Okay, that's fair.
Right.
Okay.
If it's 3, let's talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, depends how lovely they are. Yeah.
I have no preference. I love who he loves.
No, that's so sweet. Next one, and it's from Erica Jackson. What is your favorite thing about being a mom?
Wow, there are many favorite things. One is the purpose. Live for somebody else other than myself. That's a good favorite thing. I'm lucky to have my husband who, after 36 years almost, we're still very solid. We date a lot and we're in love. And when we talk about the kids, we plan, we don't argue too much. Once in a while we do. But it's just having a purpose, having these people to try and let out into the world, being kind, being helpful. That's one of my favorite things.
I can't believe you and Dan are going to be approaching 40 years of marriage.
I know.
Very soon, yeah. I can't even get a girlfriend.
I pray all of you who gets married will also enjoy this kind of marriage. It's nowhere near perfect, but it's a smooth ride for the most part. It's wonderful if you make it work.
No, that's so sweet.
When you commit.
I can't even find a girlfriend. You're so lucky. Just girls don't like me that way, Mom. Like, I don't know.
I think you're lying because I know of at least 3 women who like you a lot.
Like, personally?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes you're just too hyper focused on what you do on your stream and what you have to write for everybody and what you are not.
Okay,
in tune
next
with what's going on around you.
Next question. It's from Indelible Miko. What was the first thing that came to mind when you had baby KYRIO in your arms for the first time? So sweet.
The tears of gratitude, and not just that, because KYRIO carried the family name when he was born. His dad's side rejoiced and celebrated in another part of the world. But what I felt, because I have always prayed for a boy, when they brought him after slapping him in the butt and he was crying and his lungs were so strong and he had a strong crying voice and they laid him in my chest. Ladies, when you become a mom, remember that feeling. That feeling is enough to make you love your son no matter what stage he is in life, even if he's a pesky teenager. That's gonna make you step back a little bit and say, remember that feeling? Now be this to your son. It will not be easy all the time. Sometimes I want to smack KYRIO in the butt.
Still, and make me cry.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Lilith. If you were a
Hi, Lilith.
streamer, what kind of content would you want to make? Like hobby, skills, teaching video games, just chatting? It
Might not be, yeah, I might not be a very good one because it's going to be all over the place. I love to cook for sure. So I'd like to share that. And then I'd like to share my experiences in the market. And I'd like to show people that's a YouTuber, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But you can
Oh.
stream that still. People stream doing stuff like that nowadays.
And also
So-
just answering questions, sharing my life testimonies, being a wife and a mother and a voiceover announcer, whatever I can share with people.
This one is from Mossy. May I have your son's hand in marriage? Mossy asks.
Okay, Mossy. First of all, do you know how to cook KYRIO's favorite foods? Are you willing to spend 15 minutes to wake him up and then he will promise that he'll get up in 5 and then he will not get up in 5 and then you go back and then he'll say it's not yet 5 and you'll argue over the 5 minutes and so you'll have to walk away again and then you will have to see some dishes down in the sink that he didn't wash that he said he was gonna wash. So Mossy, if you're up to the job, then yes, sure, go for it.
I can't believe you're giving me away that easy, Mom. I thought it would be a little bit more difficult.
Someone commented, put a spider on your face. I'll die a head if I had a spider.
Yeah, Mom's not very good with spiders, everyone. This next one is from Phobia, and Phobia asks, what's your fondest family memory? Like, you have a favorite family vacation or holiday? What are you most excited about when it comes to grandchildren? Oh, no. I can't even get a girlfriend.
I'm almost at the point when I just want to hire grandchildren now.
Okay.
None of the children are giving me grandchildren, but I would love to have grandchildren from KYRIO and everybody, yeah, for that matter. But I can't wait to see and see who my grandchild will be and if he's anything like me and KYRIO. What's my fondest memory? Like a vacation place or something? It would always be in the same place where we go to. It's like a mountainous area. Sometimes we would go there 5 times a year. It was a 6-hour drive, and it was just so simple, but we were
Happy.
so happy and so together. And it was especially nice when sometimes, guys, it's nice to have a ton of money, but sometimes when you're a young couple, it's also nice to have just enough. That's where being creative and sweet and sharing and giggling over just enough. There's a nice feeling to having just enough and not too much right away. So we were doing that. That's my fondest memory of just, sharing a meal and giggling over just a little extra that we have. And you guys were like 7 years old, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
I
And your
remember
older
that.
sister. Yeah, those are even just an ice cream cone would make us so happy and we would joke around. And so that was the place, the mountainous place that I won't name.
Yeah, that's sweet. Oh. This one is from Just J. It's the last question on the forum. Hi, Mama Cypher. I love you and KYRIO so much. Thank you for raising such a fine young man. Now to this question. Can you tell us something embarrassing KYRIO did when he was a child that made you laugh?
It made me laugh, but it hurt his feelings. I remember.
Oh, God.
I remember when, KYRIO has always been homeschooled, but there was one year when he was in preschool or kindergarten, that was when he went to actual school, and you were 6 years old.
Yeah.
And he was this super cute boy because he had very clear skin, And KYRIO as a baby looked so clean and handsome, and he's got this beautiful eyes and very clean. He wanted his shoes shiny all the time. And then after maybe 3 weeks of going to school, he told me when it was a weekend, so he didn't have classes, and we were by the pool in somebody's place, and there were other kids and there were nannies. And then KYRIO said to me, Mom, I think I like my teacher a lot because she looks so pretty. I think I like her more than I like Tinkerbell. And then
This is so
I said,
embarrassing.
and then I said, you do? And he said, if I grow up soon, I think I want to marry her. And then all the other people around, heard that and they burst out laughing, and some of the bigger kids were teasing him. And KYRIO told it to me without thinking that anybody heard it. So everybody was like
No.
saying, he's gonna marry, he likes. And KYRIO was like, his face was so red, and then he had this big pout like he was betrayed, but he didn't know who to blame, and he
Yeah.
almost wanted to cry. And so that was an embarrassing moment for him,
Yeah,
right?
that was pretty embarrassing.
You kind of remember that you said that
I
you wanted to marry your
do.
teacher and that
I do,
she
yeah.
looks prettier than a princess. You said she's prettier than a princess, prettier
I
than
do.
Tinkerbell.
I do remember that. Yeah, it was a very core memory for me, a very painful core memory for me. God, I was so
Yeah.
embarrassed and so mortified to hear that everybody had heard.
Because you were just so innocent and you were just saying it without a care in the world, right?
Yeah.
That was so cute. I think it's very cute.
My chat is now saying, so he's always been into older women. It's so diabolical
Oh,
of them. No, Mom.
come to think of it,
No.
let's rewind the question.
No.
Please.
No.
The only criteria is at least 5 years younger than me, okay?
Okay, that's the
Okay.
criteria. Oh,
So-
God.
so
This
I'm-
is terrible.
Okay, just kidding. That's
Okay.
just too much. Not even funny. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, guys. Thank you. I'm about to go.
I'll see you, Mama.
later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, guys.
Thank you, everyone. That was so sweet. I hope you enjoyed talking. She was so sweet. I expected her to be a little bit more teasing and scathing, to be honest. I'm so happy that you guys were able to finally say hi to her. I love you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everything. I love you. I will continue to love you guys.